What's up YouTube? This is a video request that I'm doing. Actually, someone wants to hear what I have to say about a particular topic. Basically, this is a continuation from the last video I did about domestic violence and how a man does not have to beat the shit out of a woman to calm her down. Winchester wanted me to discuss why is it okay for women to hit their spouse and it's not okay for, men to, basically. And I feel like it's more, it's not that big of a deal to people because a man can hurt a woman far worse than a woman can hurt a man. And women are hurt by men in so many different ways, from being raped and kidnapped and beaten. Not saying there aren't female rapists, because there are, but a man can hurt a woman a lot more than a woman can hurt a man. I actually believe violence is wrong either way it go. If a female knows that her man can literally beat the shit out of her, that she has no right putting her hands on him in the first place, and he has no right putting his hands on her, because you're responsible for you. You hit me, I'm responsible for hitting you back. You're responsible for hitting me in the first place, but if I take the initiative and hit you back, then it's my fault. He wants to know, in my opinion, why do so many men refuse to hit a woman? Because they're afraid that they're really going to hurt her. I know that's my issue with one of my brothers, because something happened to him in the past, but he's really afraid of how strong he is and how badly he can hurt a woman. Her little slap, as opposed to him possibly breaking her face, it's no comparison. He also wants to know, he asked me if I witnessed a situation where a female hits a male, and actually, no, I haven't. I have thought about a certain situation. I have a friend that was involved in domestic violence, and she's moved on. By the way, this is my friend's daughter. You remember my son's head and all, and he basically tried to kill her. Now, she lives in my apartment complex, and he's been looking for her, and I think, what if I'm walking by her place one time and I notice I hear a loud commotion, or I notice something is going on? What would I do? Because nowadays most people would just walk by. Somebody told me, mind your own, live long. Now, if everybody took responsibility for each other, then me going in there wouldn't be no problem, because there would already be 10 niggas already in there. I actually believe that there would be less crime if people actually stood up together and helped one another, instead of, there go a drug dealer, so what, he ain't mothering me, there goes somebody beating their kid, there goes somebody beating his wife, what, don't have nothing to do with me. It's like, and there's a big difference with beating, spanking, and whooping when it comes to your kids. Stop, what are you doing? And there goes a spider. You see it? Go kiss it. Anyway, oh, see, you really, what is that? Is it dead? If it was dead, it would have fell. It's probably dying. Anyway, so no, I've never witnessed that. I've heard stories about it, with the man who was violent with a woman, and a different woman, but had another female who beats him and he allows her to do it. It's all about power. Some people like to relinquish power, and some people like to take power, and I believe that's the case when it comes with domestic violence. Just like people who beat their children, it's power. I have this power over you to fuck you up, so you're going to do whatever I want you to do. Now, a child cannot leave. A spouse, on the other hand, can leave, but some men like to be dominated over, which they'll allow, their female to beat on them. It actually makes them feel close. They actually feel like they deserved it, just like some women and some children do in cases of abuse. Last question he asked me was, why do you think the social norm of never hitting a woman is so common in place in society? Actually, it's not. Not in my society. A man will fuck up a woman just as quickly as he would fuck up a man. Period. In my society, where I live. I can't speak on what's going on where anyone else lives. And that's pretty much how it is, you know. Nowadays, I think women have been hurt and abused so much that they grew balls. They know you could beat their ass, but they so quick to jump in your face and try to fight to just unhave it. You know, it's like, if I hit you first, I may be able to get in more hits, you know, instead of you just jumping on me by surprise. And I think a lot of women are like that. A lot of women are tired of being the victims. They'd rather victimize. And that happens to a lot of people. Like, even little boys that may have been beat or molested, when they grow up, they end up being the perpetrator because they're tired of being victims. Not too sure how long this video is, but hopefully I answered all of your questions, Winchester, and anything else you would like to know? Be doing a new dancing video soon. And I guess that's really all I have to say about this topic. Is that the bottom line is violence is wrong, and if you are witnessing it, you should do something about it, even if it's calling the police anonymously. Because if it was you, you would want someone to call the police. Period. And if everybody has this mind your own, live long kind of attitude, then no one is going to live, because we all share this earth together. We don't do anything on our own. Every single thing we do and use came from someone else's hard work and labor. So why not look out for your fellow man?